Today we are considering Sauron's top 10 powers and abilities. Sauron is an evil character from Lord of the Rings. He is introduced as a lesser god who helped to create the galaxies and planets. He is one of the powerful character in the Middle-earth. Even his weakest form is far more powerful than many other characters. Sauron was once good who helped to create the universe before darkness filled his heart. He almost conquered the earth twice. He is in Valar but less powerful while comparing to his master Morgoth. Sauron is basically the strongest Maiar. He possesses various divine power. Sauron poured his power into one ring to extend his power and took full control in Middle-earth and to rule other rings, which simultaneously made him strong as well as weak. In his time he had corrupted large number of peoples. And had an army of thousands of orcs. His powers are rare in Middle-earth as he is one of the strongest character. So let's look the top 10 from those powers.
Before entering to the matter, please subscribe the channel and share this video. This video is created by Ajib Salim MT. EAF Top 10s.
Number 10. Shapeshifting. Shapeshifting is the ability to change one's own shape at their own will. This ability can be used to hide the identity or adopt an animal's power for a short time. Or to live as any other person. The Maiar have more power and can change shape. Sauron is immortal even though his physical form can be destroyed, his spirit cannot be destroyed. In his age, he had spent time in many forms. Sauron made shape for the world. He could change his own form at will. He could even go out without any shape. He used to change into a werewolf against human. He changed into a snake and a vampire too. And a fair form known as Anatar in Second Age, in which he deceived elves and men. Sauron lists the ability to take a fair form after the fall of Number, where his form was frowned into sea. Taking a new form also difficult as Sauron used to create more and more shape after once defeated. His ability to change shape seemed to decrease after every death he suffered. And after the destruction of the One Ring, Sauron was unable to take a new form. Number 9. Superhuman strength. Superhuman strength is the ability when his power is larger than human power. We see various superheroes like Hulk, Superman and many others possess it. As well as supervillains like Thanos. Sauron is not inhuman, he possesses this power. He wear a heavy armor which normal humans cannot. Sauron is a Maiar, and he is superhuman in every aspect like speed, strength and any other aspect. But however, while comparing to other characters his mobility is low. Some swift and cleverer army could defect him. Sauron is a massive tank. His durability and any other powers are beyond human. His height and weight also greater than normal human. Sauron lift his mace destroying the army wearing an armor, and in every time, even at his weakest form he is superhuman, much more than human in every aspect. In every field, superhuman in every ability. Number 8. Immortality. Humans are born to dead as well as many living beings in the world too. But Sauron is one of the strongest fictional character from Lord of the Rings. He is indestructible. Sauron in the land of Mordor, powerful and being a lesser god, he is immortal. Which means he will not dead normally and no one could kill him. Sauron's physical form can be destroyed. But his spirit will lie there unharmed. His spirit cannot be destroyed. And moreover, to strengthen his power immortality. He could come back again with physical form. Resurrection is one of the main power of Sauron. He doesn't want to depend on any other thing to live. He made a ring but not for immortality but to extend his power. He is immortal even without it. But however, those who wear the ring will become immortal. So Sauron is already immortal and for an extra power there is a ring. Generally other characters from Lord of the Rings like Morgoth, Gandalf, Saruman and other wizards too immortal, they are even older than the hobbits. Sauron who helped to create many things even older than the many of galaxies. If anyone destroyed his physical form he could again come. Number 7. Craftsmanship. Sauron is powerful in magic, he possesses various divine power, beside these Sauron is also skilled in craftsmanship. Since he possesses a vast knowledge, his ability in the blacksmithing is also outstanding. Before Sauron decided to overthrow Middle-earth he was known as Myron, he was one of the most powerful of his kind and studied all in the forges. Sauron was originally a Maya of all, who was a smith and master of all crafts, and Sauron remained mighty in the lore of that people. The elves made many ring but secretly Sauron made one ring to rule them all, and their power was bound up with the ring, and Sauron's many strength and will passed into the ring, and he forged the ring in the mountain of fire in the land of shadow, while he wore the ring he could govern and see the thoughts of those who wore the ring. He not only made the ring but, he was able to put his own power into that ring, which shows his skill in blacksmithing. He also created Barad-dûr and Mordor and the Ringwrath's sword. Number 6. Corrupting others. Corrupting others made Sauron more powerful. Beside he had an army of thousands of orcs and giants with other beasts, he had corrupted numerous people throughout his age. Sauron is master in corruption, he can control the minds of mortals and weak-willed peoples. He can even pour fear into others' mind, and even dominate their mind and make them his loyal follower. Fighting with Sauron is fighting both mentally and physically at same time. This power made him more powerful and gave him many of the useful and powerful followers. Sauron's ability to corrupt others led changing many good people into their downfall. He had corrupted 9 great kings, the great wizard, 4 dwarf lord along with countless men. Those who even touched the One Ring began to lose their mind. He had corrupted many souls, minds and the rings. Corrupting make him strong and a horrible and dreadful evil character. His mental attacks give him more aid than his physical attack. Number 5. Telekinesis. The ability to move things without touching and by mind is called telekinesis. It is one of the useful superpower. Many superheroes possess this ability as well as villains. Sauron can move things without touching it by telekinesis. This ability can be used to fight in distance. Sharon can move even larger things with this ability. Fighting with Sauron means fighting both physically as well as mentally at a high level. Sauron prefer to war through the mind, and nothing express that better than his ability of telekinesis. It is likely that any attack from Sauron, even a physical attack, is originate from his mind. This ability make him much stronger and prevent others from reaching near him in One Ring. He can use this power to deal with great physical attack, moving a massive thing against his enemy. Number 4. His eye. Everyone has an eye, and its power varies from species to species. Maiar are powerful beings. Sauron as a lesser god has gotten powerful eye even to surpass his own race. His eye is his incorporeal form. It makes him a powerful as well as perfect general. He can always be watchful and spy on others and can know things going in the Middle Earth. This form may have less power while comparing to his physical form. But his spiritual eye form is also powerful. Sauron used the eye as a symbol for his intimidation. Seeing it send Ymir into the heart of all of his enemies, while Sauron was unable to fight. He was omnipresent during the battle. He was watchful and always searching the One Ring, which can make him again powerful since he put some of his power into it to extend his control. Sauron can see the peoples in Middle-earth, looming somewhere above the Middle-earth, watching them, giving him an extra advantage as a ruler. Number 3. World manipulation. In Lord of the Rings, Maiar helped to create the world. They created the galaxies and the planets. Sauron was once good. Before darkness filled his heart, he helped to create the universe. He has a vast knowledge and knows how the universe works, even the simple matters going in it. Sauron could change battlefield according to his will. He could control weather too. Maiar used to manipulate the world to their will. Sauron can manipulate any element. But it seems he is more adept to fire. This includes the fire and magma in the Middle-earth. It is why he highly relies on the construction through forces and fire. Moreover, he could summon meteor against his enemy, which can cause real and heavy destruction. He could even create a rain of meteor. Sauron's power to control fire and earth are used in Mount Doom. He chose to create a fortress near mountain to make weapons and to strengthen his army. Sauron could control sea as he had done it before. He could make storm and even modify weather. In short, he could do anything with all elements. Number 2. Shadow Walk. Dark Lord is very fond of darkness. Sauron. One of his power associated to it is Shadow Walk. Sauron is a powerful Maiar and can change shape, but Shadow Walk is much different and useful. It can offer him speed and stealth. The two factors a spy and warrior need. Most of Sauron's power involve manipulation, corruption, brilliant planning, and Sauron is good commandor of army too. Sauron possess many other powers too. However, this is one of his most useful and covert power. Sauron know how to meld into the shadows and walk between them. It gives him an outstanding speed in the darkness and shrouds him from vision of others. Shadow Walk is just like teleportation for the Dark Lord Sauron. He could travel a great distance at high speed. So, distance is not a matter for the Dark Lord. And speed and stealth, both this useful abilities Sauron possess by one unique power. Shadow Walk. However, Shadow Walk is one of the covert power of Sauron. It is true, covert is not Dark Lord style. But if he needs to vanish, he had more than one option other than the One Ring. Number 1. The One Ring. One of the Sauron's greatest power and ally is the One Ring. It is the most powerful artifact in the Middle-earth. As we have discussed before, Sauron made the ring to increase his power. But Sauron is powerful even without the ring. Sauron made the ring to extend his power in the Middle-earth and to control the other rings and to dominate. He made the ring secretly when the slaves made other rings. He passed a part of his own power into that ring to ensure his dominance. The One Ring gave Sauron the power to take over Middle-earth and to rule others. But at the same time it created a way to destroy him. When Sauron lost his ring, the ring was powerful even to corrupt others who wore it. The ring grants invisibility and immortality to its owner. The One Ring helped him to exercise his power over all other peoples who wore the rings of power, and made Sauron powerful than ever. At the same time he want to depend on the ring too much. The bond between the One Ring and Dark Lord is so strong that even the ring will do anything to find him.
So that's all today. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and turn in notification as well as like the video.